Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be doing kind of a showcase or kind of like a review on the Predalien by Narin Studio. Technically, it's not a Narin produced piece. Tried to find some kind of background information on this statue. Turns out that Narin was commissioned by a Japanese company to produce it for them. So Narin provided the sculpt, and then the Japanese company Monsterz.jp, I believe, is what Narin said, then produced it themselves. Narin was unable to kind of tell me edition size or kind of how it was produced. Just that, he did the sculpt for them. That's kind of the thing that Narin did back then. He would, like, a company would kind of commission him to sculpt something, and they would, kind of release it on their own and kind of have their own kind of edition size, kind of casting methods and stuff like that. So other than that, I really can't really go much deeper into the back story of this piece. Just that, Narin sculpted it, and a Japanese company produced it. This is actually one of the first Narin pieces that I acquired for my own collection. I found it through a guy on Facebook. This was like a really like an introduction to Narin, to the hobby when I bought this, and I really do not regret buying it because it's such a beautiful sculpt. It's such a beautiful statue. Um, it sucks that there's no real way to tell if you're dealing with like an original one produced by the Japanese company themselves. Um, it kind of sucks that you can't really tell the edition size. Narin didn't know. The companies went out of business, I think. So there's no real way to contact anybody. Kind of finding out the finer details about the production and stuff like that. So that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, like, I'm happy I own it. I've seen some crazy, insane paint jobs from other people. Bringing all that detail to life. Let's start kind of with the base and move our way up to the head. The base kind of resembles like a temple kind of structure. As you can see, there's like a predator logo right there, which would suggest that, according, like, if you go on Alien vs Predator the movie, the Predators built these massive structures, these massive temples, and carved like stories and stories on the walls and on the ceiling and on the floors, which would definitely, like, kind of, this base kind of definitely resembles that. It's a rocky base. I think it's excellently sculpted. Like, I like the broken off kind of like the damaged type rocks. Kind of kind of giving this idea of age. It's been there for a long time. It's crumbled. It broke apart throughout the years. And then he's kind of standing. His other leg is kind of standing on this this raised area, kind of giving him like an action pose. And we can kind of move on to his legs, which again are full of detail. I love how the tail comes up between his legs kind of like in a striking motion, ready to kind of attack and or defend himself. Again, like the Xenomorph kind of skin pattern, or kind of like their kind of what they're typically known for is all sculpted in on top of like this skin that the Predalien kind of inherited from the predator DNA. Again, like all the way up to the smallest details, like the dew claw, like this kind of xenomorph type thing right here as well. I mean, again, Narin kind of went all out on his sculpt again, like all the way downstairs. It has a seam line there, which is, unavoidable because the legs came separately. So kind of have to fill up those, but it's a resin kit, so it's not like we never dealt with that kind of thing before. So again, like if you look at like the upper leg kind of details, it's again insane. Then the lower leg and the feet, again with all the details sculpted in. Then we can move up to his kind of waist and his chest, which are full of detail. Like as you can see, it came in almost like pristine condition, I would say. So that would have me believe that I'm dealing with the real thing. There are no guarantees in life, but looking at the quality of the piece, I would say it's a good guess. Like again, like with the details on the back, these are all separate pieces that you kind of have to glue or pin. This is a separate piece. This is kind of like an extra kind of spike on his back, which has a little bit of a seam line right there. Easy fix, as well as the kind of space between the shoulder and the arm, which are all like typical resin kit kind of things to fix and to watch out for before the painting process starts. The neck also has a little bit of a seam line. Not really a big issue, easily fixable. I have to kind of resculpt the detail so that it flows naturally from his chest all the way up to his neck. It's not really a big issue. And then we have the face, the inner mouth. Then we have like the inner mouth, which I pinned with a tiny paper clip to keep it in place, which will make the painting process a little bit easier. And then I can remove the head. I have to be really careful that I don't then there's the head, which comes off, which I pinned. Then there's like the dome showing the predator skull underneath, which is like amazing detail. Goes all the way down here, naturally flowing. And then the dome, you can paint it, or you can, if you put like a clear coat of varnish on it, it will become even more clear, or you can polish it. Kind of depends on what you kind of like. I like the fact that it's kind of like foggy, so that you don't really see the skull clearly. It's there, you can see it, but it's the dome is kind of obstructing that kind of view. I kind of like that idea. I don't think you could clearly see the skull in the original design. Um, but yeah, this is like casting flash. That is kind of normal for these type of resin kits. Kind of have to remove that um, with a knife or uh, like a hobby tool or something like that on this side as well. Nothing to really worry about. It's just the casting flash gets in there during the casting process, because this is like a tube and the resin needs to go somewhere to fill that up. So it's a super thin layer of resin left over from the casting process. Again, with the mouth, which I can remove, the inner mouth that I can remove. Again, like if you look at the detail in the mouth, absolutely pristine condition with the kind of veins or the muscles or like the fleshy type of material. Like again, excellently sculpted. Never had to do any kind of work on it other than the dreadlocks. It came like this. The dreadlocks were kind of fiddly they are being held into the head with like my sticky solution. They're very fiddly. They have been kind of pinned with paper clips and being held in place with the sticky kind of stuff that I always use to make drilling hole imprints. So that kind of works for now. When I start painting, I'll have to do the head crest first, and then kind of one by one, kind of put the dreadlocks in. See, there you go. They're very fiddly, not strongly held in place, but here you can see I kind of attached like a really thin pin, so that's kind of holding these dreadlocks in place for the time being. I really feel that displaying him with the dreadlocks really just adds to the piece. Really just is really necessary to kind of put the dreadlocks on to kind of do justice to this piece. I'm not sure if it's 100% movie accurate. I think the head crest is a little bit different than what he looked in the movie. Also, I don't really know. I didn't really get a chance to pull up reference photos or movie stills to kind of compare, but I don't think it's 100% movie accurate. But nonetheless, it's very close. It's definitely inspired by the movie version. I think Narin did an excellent job of creating something new, something unique. There is only one other piece that kind of compares to this, which is the Sideshow 1/4 scale or 1/3 scale. I'm not 100% sure of the scale. I think it's a 1/3 scale Predalien maquette, which is 100% movie accurate. And then there's the Narin kind of piece. Other than that, there's like a couple of hot toys which don't even really come close to like the type of quality and the type of detail that this piece, for example, has. Yeah, you know what else is there to tell? Like he's in an action pose. He's ready to stand his ground or kind of attack. He's kind of screaming at his foe. Like again, like I cannot get over the fact that he's so super detailed, and it came in such good condition. I didn't really have to do anything, any kind of work to the thing. Just had to drill the pinholes, make sure that the key fit into the keyhole, and kind of, you know, pin the legs to the base. But yeah, man, other than that, like, what else is there to say about it? I mean, it's again Narin's excellent kind of sculpting skills, uh, you know, put into a statue. Um, Sadly, you know, there's no real information that we can kind of dig up on this guy. How many were produced? How it was produced, where it was produced. Sadly, we can't really get that information because I think the Japanese company that Narin made this for went out of business or changed their name or kind of, you know, kind of disappeared. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, like I contacted Narin asking for some background info, and yeah, all he could tell me was that he commissioned it for a Japanese company, and according to him, he doesn't really know the edition size or how it was produced. So, but then again, like it's a very popular piece. Everybody kind of likes the piece. Very happy I got the chance to acquire it. I mean, it's so beautiful, man. Like the Predalien, man. It's such an iconic movie monster. Everybody kind of loves the design. The movie was kind of meh, but it brought forth two amazing looking creatures, Wolf and the Predalien. And you know, you gotta give props to Narin for kind of bringing a statue version to life. But yeah, again, like I absolutely love it. Happy I got the chance to buy one. Let me know if you like it as much as I do. Definitely a centerpiece for my collection. Let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. Would really help me out a lot. It really would help kind of get more eyes on the resin kit hobby. It would help get more eyes on like the excellent statues that Narin does. Get more people to do kind of videos on their pieces, painted, unpainted, doesn't really matter. You know, the more eyes that we can get on these kind of pieces and on the hobby itself is like a good thing, I would say. Um, you know, again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you soon in the next video. Bye guys.